Hello everyone. So this is the Owl and the Spear. So I'm back with another video, and I told you some point down the road I would actually do another video, so I decided to go ahead and do another video. And I know I have not done this video, and I might I'm going to warn you, I might include things I have said in previous videos because there needed to be resaid and we pointed out. So the title of the video is "The Gods Aren't Our Bitches." Pardon the French, but that is the truth of it. And before I continue, I want to say that if I insult anyone in the New Age community, I'm truly sorry. The intention is not to insult, but to bring out a point. And I hope that you'll enjoy the video and it'll be some food for thought. So, back when I was 11, when I first came into the world of paganism, I had already read Egyptian mythology prior to it. When you're younger and you don't hardly have no friends, books are your friends. That's how come I'm a big bookworm. That's how come my mother is absolutely astonished how smart I am. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. So, I already had this belief on who the gods were and their place in the universe and all this. And so, when I started reading about Wicca, and I started learning about archetypes and things like that, it really wasn't explained where this concept came from. So, oh, by the way, if you hear any noise in the background, it's my brother. So, I kind of didn't understand where this concept of the word archetypes came from. And I also did not understand why we could just demand things from the gods. Because reading Egyptian mythology and reading about Egyptian religion, I had read that the people gave offerings to the gods to sustain them, because it was believed that if you did not give the gods like Ra and Horus and Amun and Isis offerings, that they could die. And it bleeds over, of course, into why it was important to have children and all that type of stuff, because you as a dead person had to be sustained in the afterlife. Well, so my belief that the gods were not archetypes really clashed with Wicca. And that is why when it came to spellcraft, I really did not want to bother the gods for stupid things like money and good grades and putting up and helping to put up with bullies and things like that. I preferred to do things on my own. So fast forwarding to the now, I had read this blog post on a blog called The Rational Heathen, and it is actually run by a woman. And she was talking about that the gods are not our bitches. They're not here to give you money or help you win the lottery or any of that type of stuff. My words, not hers, but her words was that the gods can hear you, but they don't actually have to give a flying rat's ass about you. And this falls right into what I have believed for over 2 decades, that the gods are far more powerful than we are, and they don't have to do anything that they don't want to do. They have a universe to run. They're not, as one blogster put it, They're not our vending machine. So when you hear people say, "Oh, I work with Odin," "Oh, I work with Apollo," I always ask, do you know their myths? Do you understand they don't go well together? This is why I am always adamantly against adding any kind of attributes or modern day spin on the gods, especially Poland. There's this gentleman, and I know I mentioned this before, that views Apollon as a gay god. That doesn't matter that he sired Asclepius, that he had female lovers. He's gay. And this kind of attitude it totally ignores the source material of Apollon, what the ancient Greeks saw him as. So this new age, I'll rip a term off of the Heathen Talk radio show, is the new age sewage. And it does fit that concept very well about this new age sewage, that because Wicca is the major religion in the United States, there's hundreds of thousands of followers, and there's hundreds of thousands of solitary practitioners, and we're still a minority within a minority, and we're not taken seriously, that our opinions on how these gods were viewed is not valid. Basically, the only thing that's valid is the person talking. So when we look at people like this that says, "Oh, I work with Odin," or "I work with Apollon," or "I work with Isis," and you ask them, "Do you know the myths?" They'll say, "Oh, well, I read this book, and this is what Apollon is, and this is what Odin is, and this is what Isis is, and that is the only thing that I read about, and that's the only thing that I care to know." And then I say, "Well, do you know you cannot go to Apollon for a love spell?" And they say, "Oh, well, I can go to him because all gods are one god, and they're all, I'm like, no, Apollon's sphere of influence is not love. That would be Aphrodite, or that would be Venus." So it's this sewage that just comes out of their mouths and smells so bad. But New Age practitioners, they treat the gods like vending machines. They treat the gods like their own personal servants, to do what we want them to do, because they should be grateful that we are taking a look at them. Excuse me, but the Egyptian, Norse, Greek, Roman, Hawaiian, whatever gods, they have survived over 2,000 years without human interaction, except for Hawaiian. The Hawaiian deities have managed to stick around. But they have managed to survive without offerings for nearly 2,000 years, a little over 2,000 years. They don't have to be grateful to you for anything. So I'm going to say this, okay, is if you get into Hellenism or heathenism or Kemeticism or any of the reconstructionist paths, and you come out of a gateway religion like Wicca, you're going to have to understand that your perception of the gods is going to have to change. They're not your bitches. They're not here to give you what you want. They're not here to bow down and kiss your feet in gratitude that you're acknowledging their existence. Because they are old, because they are ancient, because they have been around for an extremely long time. They do not owe you anything. And that's just my opinion on it. If anything, we owe them a great deal, and we owe them a great deal of gratitude. But this is the thing, is when I slipped into polytheism, I already had this view of the gods and their function and their structure and everything. And when I heard, oh, you petition to them, oh, okay, that sounds better than saying, I need you to do this for me, I need you to do that for me. It was so much better and so great. So, I'm going to leave it at this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys around. Bye.